What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another weekly Chop Shop Weekly presented to you by all our great sponsors. I'm your host, Brad Dove. My co-host, Jason Day. How you doing today, Jason?
Good, Brad. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How was your weekend?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. Did some work to my work truck, get ready for a trip to Oregon, and then I did the brakes on my son's car, watched some racing. So yeah, pretty good weekend all in all. How was yours?
It was pretty good. A little bit rough. Had to deal with my son having seizures and him in the hospital, but we're getting by. He's came home today. We're on a rebound, and yeah, we're looking forward to a good week here.
It's good to hear. I'm glad he's doing better.
Appreciate you. Let's roll right into the trucks. Trucks didn't have a race, but we're going to be going to Gateway. Yeah, Gateway. What are your predictions for Gateway?
Well, Gateway's one of those tricky tracks that have two different corners, pretty flat, momentum based. It's a track that I really enjoy. Feels like a short track. Definitely is a short track, but gives that short track feel. There may be some shifting depending on late in the run or something like that. But I look for Nate to be really good, as he always is there. Colby Hartung to be good as well. I think Tyler Dalton's on a bit of a mission to win some races here. He's got a couple stolen from him in the Cup Series the last couple of weeks, where he felt like he was probably the car to win, with me winning at Homestead and Nate taking Indy last week. So I think Tyler's going to be geared up and ready to go for trucks and Cup this week. So I look for him to be really super strong. But yeah, I think it's my pick this week heading into Gateway is probably Colby Hartung. I think might pull something out for this track. I just feel like he's ready for a win right now.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really practiced there yet, but I believe that you are going to be shifting down into 1 and 2. With that happening, I'm going to go with Nate Biggert. I think he's going to be really good. He's really strong at shifting tracks sometimes, even though he says he sucks. He's really good at them, and he's just a different breed on tracks that you got to shift at. He's fast. It's his type of track. I see a good battle between him, Colby, and Tyler Dalton. Striker maybe up in the mix.
Yeah, I think Striker will be there too. Brandon Banks as well. Brandon's not a big fan of the shifting stuff, but he'll be strong. Eric Schaefer as well. There's lots of guys. I think Logan Kogar could be a surprise this week too. He's good at the short tracks. He was really good at New Hampshire when we were there. So I think he was strong as well there. So was Tyler, Nate, those guys. So I think they look for Logan to be a top 5, top 3 contender this week, as long as he stays out of trouble and doesn't cause 4 or 5 wrecks.
Yeah, you got that short turn down in 1 and 2, and then you got that wide sweeper down in 3 and 4. Yeah, it's going to be a very fun race. There's going to be a couple of grooves down in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you really want to be around the bottom. Sometimes you can get up too wide down there. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, for sure. It being a short track, it's still not limited to being one groove. You can have multiple grooves there, and it feels wider than it really is. So there's lots of room to try to get some passes in it. If it gets strung out, it'll be tend to go caution free. I think guys get strung out, but there could be some few cautions early just with that run into turn 1, guys trying to get down low. But I think all in all, it'll be a pretty good race.
Yeah, I think you'll see a long green flag run at some point. If we can get going green, it'll be a fun race. As long as it's not caution fest, that's the biggest thing. It's narrowed down the straightaways. Down the back straightaway, you got that one spot in the wall where it gaps, and you can hit there and you're going to bring out a big rack or take many with you.
Right. And I fret one other driver here, but if he shows up this week, the guy who's been really giving Nate a run for money this year has been Austin Johnson. So if he shows up this week, I think you'll look to see him up in front as well. Probably a top 2, top 3 guy, if not a win. He seems to be super fast and doesn't seem to fall off a lot compared to a lot of the other drivers.
Very true. Well, we've got a couple of guests today. We're going to bring in our first guest, Alex Thompson. He's gotten the Dove Bomb the past couple of weeks, even though we had a bye week this past week. Want to talk a little bit to Alex about the Dove Bomb. Alex, Talladega was a big Dove Bomb for you.
First off, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thanks. I don't know what. See, I got confused because it shows right there. I'm not claiming it because it was not my fault. That whole I got nicked and I got rolled, and I was like, oh, that's not right. So I wasn't claiming it. And then when I looked at it, I was like, how did I get the dove bomb? I was like, I thought a dove bomb means you go down, you come back up and smack them. And I wasn't trying to.
Oh, no, the dub bomb can go to anybody because I've got it once for getting flipped like 10 times down the straightaway and it wasn't my fault. So yeah, it's not necessarily the person who causes the problem, which I think it probably should, but it wasn't completely your fault. It was kind of a racing deal, but you did end up going upside down and kept the truck going. You weren't going to use your fast repair. And how did that work out for you?
Well, I mean, it worked out to a good point. I mean, I just did what I could to keep my fast repair as much as I could and just try to go out and fix it. I mean, it was a little bit of damage, but most of it was like then I started driving and I was slower than most of the pace. I was like, I had to use the fast repair. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It was what it was. So
I mean, for a roll, really, it wasn't that. It didn't seem like it was that big of a hit when you came back around. You kind of landed on your wheels, kept going a little bit. So, I mean, with the new damage models in these trucks now, it seems like you can take a small hit and it does a ton of damage. And sometimes these big hits don't seem to do anything. I know Nate flipped a couple seasons ago, flipped over and still came back and won a race. So, it just shows that you can flip over in these things and still come back.
yeah, and I like watching me play. Like I was trying to more so check up with that, and I think what happened more so is I thought I was clear. I went that because my spotter told me I was clear up high, so I went back up, and I think it just like you said, racing deal wrong at the wrong time, just got nicked, and I spun.
Yeah, I feel like Joseph thought you were heading down to the inside line, and he was going to take that run up top, and you just kind of came back up at the same time. So, I mean, it was nobody's real fault, just a little bit of miscommunication, spotter stuff. You just need to pay your spotter better money or fire and get a new one or the other. But
well, my spotter is Eric Cartman, so
you definitely knew your newer
explains
spotter.
a lot.
Yeah,
new spotter all day.
And like going into tomorrow, I won't be racing, but I mean, I heard you guys talking a little bit about like who you guys' picks are for everything. And if I had to pick, I would choose either Tyler Dalton or Biggert, because those two are really good, strong competitors that no matter what you do, they're strong around you and they learn to work around going you. So if you're like slow, they'll work their way around you and they're not going to tell you to move. They're just going to be like, okay, I guess you're slow. I'm just going to work my way around you. Where you have other people that probably just like tell you to move. I was always taught and brought up the way, whether it's on iRacing or in real life, if you're a good racer, work your way around me. I'm just going to stay in my groove. And the only way I will ever slow down for a leader or someone is if I know I really suck.
Yeah, I think those are good picks, Alex. I think you're right about both of those guys. They're going to be strong. And like I said, Austin Johnson will be super strong as well. The nights he's shown up, he's definitely giving guys a run for their money. How are you feeling your season's going so far this year with what number are you in the trucks again?
I'm the number 16.
That's what I thought, 16. So how's the 16 truck and team doing this year and how are you feeling, how you're sitting right now?
Well, with points, I know I'm the 32nd or whatever. I mean, the only way I feel like I'd get up into the top 16, I feel, is if I could get the next 2 wins. But since I'm not going to be there tomorrow because I have to work on my actual hobby stock for racing at my home track on Friday, I won't be making the top 16. But I mean, there's always next season. There's always going to be seasons after that. So I'll just keep working my way every year, start practicing more tracks and doing what I can to hopefully get up in top 5 every season after this.
That's a good goal to set. Yeah, it was a tough season for quite a few trucks this year, including myself. I'm not going to make that top 16 this year, which is the first year for me for that. A bad season for myself. But yeah, you're always fast. You're always fast at these plate races or drafting tracks. So you're always good there. You seem to be quite aggressive and run a pretty good line most of the time. How are you feeling about your smaller track program this year?
My smaller tracks usually decent. I just like my super speedways. I always have. My favorite, if I had to choose out of all of them, would be like the Talladega. I like Talladega more than I do Daytona, just because everyone always says Daytona is the best. And I mean, I differ, but like with short tracks, I'm getting better. Like if you put me at Richmond, I'm getting a little bit better there. Pocono, I think that's considered a short track. I mean, I'm getting better there, but if I could, I would just do if I had my own series again, I would probably just do my super speedway series just because I love super speedways.
Yeah, you seem to be that super speedway guy. Dub, you got any more
Do
for
you
Alex?
feel like you've improved over the course of the years you've been here? Like, you've been here a few years. Do you feel like you've improved, stayed the same?
I'm kind of in the middle. I've stayed the same, but improved a little bit. I've been kind of both because I've been told by you, Dove, and Jason, and everyone else, they said that they've seen a major improvement in me. But to me, there's sometimes where I feel like I haven't seen an improvement in some of the tracks. Like tomorrow's going to be Gateway, and I won't be there. But last time I ran Gateway, I always was way slower there. And I always, doesn't matter how many weeks, I could practice 3 weeks in a row for that. And I'd still be like tail end, and I always struggled, and I just can't do those flat tracks. So I'm kind of in the middle of how I've been, if I've improved or not. I feel like I've kind of flatlined. I'm just stuck, but most people say I have improved. So I mean, I just feel like I'm just kind of stuck in the same loop every season.
If you had to pick one thing out of the whole chop thing, what's your favorite part about the chop shop?
I'm gonna be honest, and
Other than Brad Dove.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be everyone. You guys are all helpful. Like whether if I had to come in and say, hey, can you guys help me with this track, or can you do this? Like you guys would all step up and help me with where I'm losing my speed, or where I can be like, hey, okay, you're shifting here, but you shouldn't be shifting here. You should be shifting here, like stuff like that. And it's like you guys are like, sometimes you guys get mad at each other, but you guys are also like a family. You guys bring in people, you'll help us out no matter how many times we suck. We always say we suck, and you always say, nope, let's just pick a day and we'll help you get it better. I mean, that's what I like about the Chop Shop is you guys are like a family. Whether you are down each other's throats or not, it's like a family.
I agree with that. I think the Chop Shop community is quite good, and we're welcoming, inviting to a lot of the drivers. There's not a lot of egos, which is great compared to a lot of other leagues. I mean, we've got guys like Nate who can dominate every race, and he's willing to help everybody every week. So there's not a lot of leagues that are like that. As for you improving, Alex, I'd say, in my opinion, I think you improved. I really do believe that you improved it this last season. I think maybe not in speed so much at every track, but your track awareness, how to race people, racing people cleaner. I feel like you've done a better job of that in the last couple seasons. I think your biggest, and Nate would probably tell you the same thing, I think your biggest problem at those smaller, shorter tracks is you tend to overdrive entry, and that's where you'll fall off, and you have 20 less tires than we do. But I think just overdriving entries is your biggest problem. But track awareness for you has definitely improved a lot.
One thing I haven't heard a lot of you this year is sorry, so that's a great thing.
Yeah, I know last season I used to say sorry a lot because I'm always apologetic, and a lot of people say you shouldn't say sorry unless it's your fault. But a lot of the cautions last year, like I wasn't trying to get into it, but like everyone says, once you hit that brake on the sim rig, or even in real life, even when I do it in dirt, there's no grip. You're just gonna hit the brake and you're just gonna slide, no matter what your speed is. And last year I did say sorry a lot because I couldn't get out of my ways, but. Yeah, it's just with the short tracks, I'm always feel like, okay, I got that run. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, great, there's a breaking point, and I always miss that breaking point. So it's a matter of fact, like I said, Richmond, I love Richmond. If I could try to practice that track every day and figure out my breaking point better, I feel like I'd be a little bit faster, because I've always been taught slow is fast, but I keep thinking opposite, that fast is fast, and it's just gonna keep going. But no, fast is slow. And I'm slowing myself down going into the corner full throttle.
But you'll get it. You'll figure it out one of these days for sure. And you keep watching guys like Nate, you'll definitely improve every week.
One last question for you. Since you're not going to be here tomorrow, will you be at the naval base?
I heard we'll be getting that, and yes, I will be at the naval base. I want to try to practice that as much as I can before we run it.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, Alex. We will look forward to talking to you again. Hope you enjoyed coming on. You got any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to both you guys. Thanks for letting me be on the podcast. And I do appreciate you both immensely, because I know Dove's heard it before. I blew up at him one day and he was laughing about it, but I just know that was a bad day for me. It was more so that I kept thinking about my grandpa that day, because it was, I don't remember if it was around February or something, but both my grandparents passed away. I even had a tattoo on my arm for them. So I think it was around that day where it was just kind of like heartbreaking, and I just blew up, and I I did apologize to Dove because I felt bad for yelling at him, and I know he likes to take it to the top a little bit, but we all love Dove, and you guys are putting this on, which I really love and great. And I gotta thank everyone at Chop Shop. Doesn't matter who it is. Even though I've had my ups and downs with Eric Schaefer, he's a good driver. I love racing around him, and I still learn new stuff every day racing around all you guys. So thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Alex. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's roll right into the Xfinity series. This past week we were at Phoenix. Tyler Lemon did a heck of a job.
Picked it again. 3 for 3, buddy.
You sure did. Tyler Lemon did a heck of a job. He passed Pat Green on lap 165. I believe it was 180. He went on to win by 0.752 seconds, about 3/4 of a second. Pretty good lead. He increased his points lead. One hell of a job by him. We actually have him as a guest too today. We will get him on.
Yeah, Tyler's putting together a championship run like no other I've seen right now, and it's exactly what I thought he was going to do. I said this from the start, that Tyler's got a different gear. I think that he knows when playoff time comes, and he doesn't push any harder. For me, that's the part where Tyler's better than everybody. He's smarter. He just sits around, waits for his opportunity, and goes. He knows he doesn't have to lead 185 laps. He only has to lead that last one. So, Tyler's one of those guys that I respect driving, and I've been doing this a long time, and I've learned a lot just from the few races I've actually watched Tyler race. So welcome to the show, Tyler, and congratulations on that heck of a run you got right now, 3 in a row.
Yeah. Hey, thanks guys. Thanks for having me on. I'm glad I could make it today.
So how you feeling about this championship run right now?
I'm pretty good, man. Kind of surprised, 3 in a row. It was a struggle through the whole season there to win a couple races that I did win. I don't know, like you said though, I flipped that switch, and I kind of told you over the weekend, about Blake, and the conversation him and I had, and that meant a lot to me. Him wanting me to win the championship for him. So, I said I can't promise I'm gonna win, but I'm gonna promise I'm gonna try. And feel like I've definitely flipped that switch.
Well, it definitely looks like you're heading in the right direction, and I don't see this momentum slowing down for you at all, especially the way you're racing right now. You're just super smart. You don't push the issue. There's a lot of fast guys in that league, but you seem to wait your time and see everybody else. And you've talked to me about this before, but you're the guy that knows that you're good on to saving tires, so you just wait for that opportunity, hope for the long green flag runs, and that's where you'll get your chance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think my dogs are in here, but I feel like I'm decent on short runs. I feel like if I need to go, I can go. But yeah, man, when it comes to long green flag runs, that's my thing. I don't know. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I was, Dub was on with me and Kevin. We were laughing and joking about K-Spear and Fred Chase banging doors there for all those laps. And I just was like, hey, finally I asked, I was like, hey, you guys got lap times on these guys? And Dub told me. I was like, yep, I'll see you boys in a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was able to run them down there, and I don't know, it was just a good race.
Too bad the fuel mileage didn't work out.
Yeah, you guys fuel mileage, man. I tell you what, I don't know how Kevin does it, man. I was racing so hard, I gave myself a headache. I just, but yeah, that's Kevin's game, man, and it's fun. I love racing with that dude, and he's consider him a best friend. So, but it was fun to have Brad on for sure too. Brad, I don't think I've laughed that hard in a race, and there was a couple times it's like, man, I wish I could mute these guys because I need to focus. And
Brad's definitely distracting for sure.
No, I missed some pit stalls. I'm like, guys, I missed my pit stall again, and they're just over there dying. And it's right there. My pit stall was right there on the bend, so you couldn't see it. It's like I kept missing it, and they keep laughing. I keep getting sent to the back, and they're just over there dying, Kevin and Tyler, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, Kevin's definitely good at that fuel saving thing, and I asked him about it one night, and then he told me the secret that he has a clutch button attached to his wheel, so it makes it way easier to start clutching. Way easier to clutch in the corners when you're just pushing the button on your wheel and still holding on to it. It's not like you're taking your foot off and using the clutch like you should be in real life or simming. But yeah, he's got a clutch button on his wheel, and that's what makes the difference for him to be able to do that over the rest of us. But I guess I should probably do it. If I knew the secret, I guess I should probably do that. But I like the sim factor of it. So I know your time commitment wise, work wise, and stuff, you've only been able to run, the odd race in the cup Cup Series, but are you planning on becoming a full-time Cup driver eventually, or is this work going to be in the way of that?
I'm trying. I had an interview Saturday morning. I had another interview today. So I've had 3 interviews in the last few weeks trying to get out of what I've been doing. I'd love to, man. That's, I have another paint scheme done. Another guy did, because I was going to race full time on Friday nights. And then, I don't know, I decided to change jobs, and it was just a big mistake. So hopefully something comes through here and I'll be able to join you guys on Friday nights, because I don't really like those cars, I guess, but I love racing with all you guys, so I'd love to join trucks too. I'd like to join everything Chop Shop has. So it's, if I can, but Friday nights, definitely, if I can make it happen here, maybe I could find something else, then I'll be able to, definitely join you guys.
Well, if you keep winning like you are in Xfinity, they're not going to
You mean
do
that
O'Reilly series. They're not going to let you race anymore. They're going to have to make you move to Cup. So
yeah, I know. That's kind of what I'm worried about, because, I don't know if any of these jobs are going to land. They've been offered to me, but, I can't put my family in a bad spot to, take something just because I want it, and it's easier for me, or easier on me, I guess. So, if I get kicked out Saturday nights, then I might not, might not be around anymore, because it's right now, that's all I got. So, let's have to see what happens.
Is that the paint job you're talking about?
No, that was just done by Mark. I do love that one, but I have another one. It's an AC Delco paint scheme, but instead of being blue, it's white. It's mainly white, so it's just kind of the AC Delco but backwards. So if I ever get to race you guys on a consistent basis, I'll definitely debut that.
Well, we appreciate you running that car in the Cup Series on Friday.
Yeah, man. I love what you guys are doing. Jason and I talked about this. It's just two of you guys doing it. You get to bounce stuff off each other. And both of you been around for a long time. Both of you race pretty much and everything. So it just makes it even better. So if I can represent a little bit, that's what I'm going to do. So that's why I had Mark do that paint scheme.
We appreciate it a lot. So we're heading to Richmond this weekend. How are you feeling about your chances there?
Pretty good. I mean, it's a day race. I jumped in a practice session, I think Sunday, had a little bit of time. And it's slick, man. I wasn't full throttle until the start finish line, on the straightaway. So I think that's going to play big into my game. I just got to qualify good. It's going to be hard to pass. At night you can turn under people and get off the corner and really get on the throttle really hard. You're not going to be able to do that here. If you jam the throttle, during a day race, you're just going to go around. So, but I love Richmond. I know I won first season, I won there, and then last season, Kevin and we battled, I think, the last 20 laps side by side, banging doors, and at the time we didn't actually talk in Discord like during the race, so that would have been even better. But I definitely love Richmond. But yeah, being a day race, man, it's going to throw a wrench into a lot of people's game, and I don't know. It's the qualify good, and then if I gotta let a bunch of them pass me, then I will, and see if I can reel them back in.
Yeah, I was going to comment on Kevin. Richmond is one of Kevin's better tracks. I know that's one of his favorite to run, and he's really good there. He was good in the ARCA series when he ran there as well. So I'm looking for him to be up front with you most of that race, I think. And fuel strategy, if you get long green flag runs, you're probably not going to beat him on fuel strategy. But I think tire-wise, I think you'll beat him too. I think you can beat him, but I think it'd be a good run. And like you said in your interview on Saturday, you'd like to see Kevin get that win to get back up in these standings. He's had some bad luck. He had a good finish last week, which was good to see. Him bounce back a little bit after the race before.
Yeah, I actually don't think he's going to be there Saturday. He's going on
that's too bad.
with the family, so that's pretty unfortunate. I asked Dub to join me Saturday night in a Discord channel, so I can have someone to talk to.
I wonder if I can fill in for him. I can run his car for him on the weekend.
I hear that, man. That would be.
You go get him one.
I'm gonna fill in the Cup driver for the weekend. I'll fill in for him and see how it goes.
So, it was kind of our thing, we wanted to battle for a championship together, and I wasn't so hot coming into the end, and he kind of was catching fire, and it's kind of opposite now. I'm on a roll, and he's kind of struggling, and I wish I could have helped him more Saturday night. I kept telling him, hey man, the fuel mileage thing, if it works, the best thing you could see is me in your rearview mirror, because I already got 2 wins, man. This is a team thing for me. It's a friendship thing over wins. So, but for a minute I thought maybe I should back up to him and Pat and try to help him out. But I was like, man, if Pat does something crazy, then it could take both of us out. And I was like, well, he told me, nope, just go do your thing and get the win. And he'd fight Pat, and That's what we did.
Looking at the point standings, you got you, Pat Green, RB Turner, Jonathan Caseby, Robert Dudley, Fred Chase in the top 6. Kevin sitting right there at the border. With him missing this upcoming weekend, it's going to be really tough for him to make the top 6. Out of the top 6 right now, who is your biggest fear?
It's multiple people. It's everyone. It's, Pat, RB, Caseby, Robert Dudley's been having a better season as of late. Fred's always crazy fast. I know I think I made Fred mad Saturday night. I made a comment, on his pit road entrance, and I messaged him after the race and apologized, said I was a little wound up, trying to run those guys down, and I haven't heard anything back. So sorry, Fred, if I'm just kind of a heat of a moment kind of thing, man. But yeah, I hope Kevin gets in. He's gonna have to win. He's got to win the stage and win the race at Vegas. He just messaged me. I wasn't able to read it before it went away, but for him to get in. But man, it's Caseby. He's gonna make his car really wide, so it's gonna be hard to pass him if you're behind him. And then you got Pat. Pat's really good at saving tires. So is an RB. And then Fred Chase, he's just got straight out speed.
Yeah, Fred's a bit of a host of, not like a host car, but he's got a ton of speed for short runs for sure. He can really drive it in there. He's got a lot of confidence in a car early in a run, especially. And Caseby too this year has really improved his speed a lot. I noticed him leading some laps. He's been running up front, but the same thing though, not a lot of long run speed. But yeah, Pat's like you said, Pat definitely a guy that can save tires and have good long run speed as well.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a good run. We'll have to see what happens going forward with everything. But I know I'm not a cocky person, and so I'm definitely worried about all of them. Anyone that makes it on into the next round, it's gonna be another battle. So I definitely don't think I have it locked up, and I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. You got any shout outs you want to give to anybody before we see you off?
Oh, well, starting off both of you guys, like I said earlier, you guys do a great job, and it's phenomenal. I look forward to watching it back every week when it comes out. And then, Jason and I watched the Inside the Rig, I think it's what it's called, with Clint. That was pretty awesome, man. Like I told you, I didn't know Clint had hair.
I meant to message Clint and tell him that, but I did.
Yeah. So that was cool. I mean, it's just cool, man, to learn about people and outside of sim racing, and then also like their rigs and stuff. Because some people could have $15,000 in their rig, and then some people could have on a coffee table, and still be crazy fast. So it's cool, man. That's one thing I love about Chop Shop. I race in other leagues, and I ended up leaving just because there's no camaraderie, and it's big. As you get older and stuff like that, it's kind of harder to make friends, man. It just is.
Sure
You're busy and stuff,
and
when you could come together with something like this, I mean, it's amazing. Like I said, Kevin, I consider him a brother, man. We talk almost pretty much every day. We talk. So just thanks to you guys for what you're doing. You guys are bringing everybody closer, and where you really are. So thanks to you guys, and John, and John and Nate and Stryker and everyone that has stuff to do with Chop Shop, and keeps this ball rolling. This is a massive league, and every night you guys, there's crazy car counts, and there's a lot of things that has to be handled, and they all do a fantastic job. So I think that's it, man. And I'm gonna keep Kevin, love you, man. You're my boy. So, I hope you have a good vacation, brother, and we'll see you at Vegas, and maybe we can get you the dub there.
Well, thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Really appreciate having the show. So I'm glad. I think I might pick you again this week. I just want to keep that streak rolling for me. I don't think I can go away from it. It's kind of like betting at Vegas or always putting on black. I think I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to go with you again, but I think Kevin can't be there this week. So yeah, I'm going to go with you again now just because Kevin's not there. Kevin was kind of the guy I might have went with, but if he's not going to be there, yeah, I'm taking Tyler Lemon to win again this week. And don't prove me wrong again, buddy.
That target's getting bigger though. I promise.
Yeah, it is for sure.
I felt it Saturday night. I mean, I think I had like 8 incident points, and it was just from door banging from other people. And
right.
And I don't race like that. I mean, I did make a mistake. I got into Pat. He braked earlier than I thought he was gonna. And so, yeah, I feel like they're racing me harder than they normally would. Yeah. So
you'll get that back though, Tyler, because you don't race anybody dirty, and it'll come back to you that they'll start racing you clean. I mean, Nate wins all the time, and now he just starts at the back of the field just to make us all look bad, and then everybody just lets him go because everybody gives Nate so much respect now that all the guys in the back just move out his way and the way he goes. So it's it'll come back to you, and that'll be the same for you.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna start hitting the brakes, so they miss, and then I'll get them later. But yeah, no, Nate's amazing, man. I raced with Nate in an endurance race one time, and I'll tell you what, I don't know how he's so fast, but he is, but he's so nice, and he's so humble, and you don't see that very often in sim racing, So, Nate, I don't know if you can hear me, Nate, but you're a great man. You're an awesome dude. So keep it up, man. You lead Chop Shop the way it should be led. So thank you for everything you do.
I'm picking my boy, Tyler Lemon. He's going to not let us down.
You can't pick the same as me, Doug. You have to go.
You can't pick the same guy every week.
I'm on a roll, Doug. I'm on a roll. I can't go off of it right now.
Listen, I'm hanging out with him in Discord this weekend, so I'm going to be.
Don't mess his race up. Don't do that for me.
Hey, we could dub Bob.
I'm coming in and racing for Kevin this week anyway. I'm going to ask for special permission. I'm going to race for Kevin.
I think that's fair.
That'd be awesome, man. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll put my points to Kevin. Appreciate you coming on, Tyler. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, guys.
Thanks, Tyler.
Well, that was interesting. That was good.
It was good, and appreciate Tyler being on the show. Really, really appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit more about the Xfinity. How are you feeling about the race?
The race that we had was pretty good, pretty clean, long runs. We had a really good long run that me and Kevin were on a different strategy. We pitted for fuel. I believe Kevin took tires there, but I saved a set, so I had 2 sets left, and we were on fuel mileage strategy, and if it would have went green, it would have been really close for us to make it, but we had a late race caution with about 25 to go. We went in, took tires, we were up front, we were in better position, and I ended up getting loose down 3 and 4. Car got loose on fresh tires. It happens on fresh tires, and I got a little bit of an incident and got into Clint up there, and it was a good race overall. Kevin got some fresh tires, put on charge, came up through some of the guys that stayed out there, and yeah, it was a good race overall.
Good. So how are you feeling with these top 6 guys? Anybody going to shake this thing up this week, or you think Tyler still runs away with it?
This week, I think Tyler and Pat Green, I look forward to seeing a good battle between them. RB's a sneaky one. I could see him sneaking in and get a win. He's been really strong in them trucks. He's running 2 different truck series, and that's just beneficial running that truck more.
Yeah, and he had such a good run at Bristol. He led most laps there and kind of lost it at the end. So I feel like RB is determined a little bit to try to come out and get one of these short tracks.
Yeah, running any one of these series and different multiple times a week's better and beneficial. So I see RB, Jonathan Casebeer, I could see him doing really well. RB, he's pretty good at these tracks if he gets it dialed in right. Who knows, he could get his son on the horn and get his setup in that car, and he could walk away with it. Hopefully he does that and walks away with it and shakes some stuff up there. Otherwise, I see it staying the same this week. The top 6 going into Vegas, I look forward to seeing it. It could shake up there.
Good. I think it's going to be a good run to the end. It'll be good playoffs for the O'Reilly series, but I'm still going with my man Tyler. He's going to win this championship.
I want to give a shout out to a couple other guys in that race too. Joshua Sigfield had winning speed, qualified 3rd, led 10 laps. He was pretty quick. He had a few issues around lap 126. Fred Chase, one of your bigger movers. Rick Kennedy, Jerry Culver, Sean Anderson. Mark Retchen had a pretty poor night. Got involved in a wreck, I believe. Brian Rayburn and Ron Holdfield, they had some disappointing nights there at Phoenix. So
yeah, and it just goes to show how even that race was with a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys that led laps and a lot of laps. It wasn't just a lead change here or there. There was multiple guys that led double digits in laps. So it just goes to show how close that field can be, and anybody can win at any time.
Yeah, it's a very strong field. It's a series I would like to see stick around, and hopefully it does.
I'd like to see the iRating cap come off it so a few of us other guys could get in and race once in a while. But it's, some of us maybe not to bring in some other guys, but some of our regular guys would be nice to be able to race it once in a while if we're home on a Saturday night. Maybe not be able to run for points, but if you could bring in like the Cup guys do in real life, if they're allowed to run down in a race once in a while, but not for points, it would be kind of fun.
Make it like a 5 race rule, and where you can,
exactly. A limited schedule. You're only allowed to run 5 races max. You're not allowed to run for points. That kind of stuff would be kind of fun to be able to do, I think. And plus, it might help your car counts come up a little bit. Now I think you guys are running between 12 and 15 or so most nights. So it'd be kind of nice to see a few more in some of your races.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. We can put that up to the admins and see where it goes.
Maybe we can start it this week at Richmond, so I can come in and run for Kevin.
Maybe
still trying to run for Kevin.
For Kevin. We'll put up a poll. Hopefully it happens.
All right. Well, let's talk about some Cup, because we got a guy waiting right now, and he's been very patient, and I don't want to take away. And I know he wants to go to bed. The myth, the man, the legend, Nathan Biggert is in our studio waiting for us. There he is. He's not asleep yet. I know he wanted to go to bed early, and I'm sorry, Nate, for keeping you so long. Welcome to the show, Nate. It's good to have you on here, and if nobody hasn't recognized this face before, if you haven't watched a signature broadcast, that face is pretty much up at the end of every race, whether it's first, second, or third, but most of the time first. So welcome to the show, Nate.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome in. Congrats on your win at the King of Bricks 300. What'd you think about the horsepower increase there at Indy?
I say we do it every week.
I
think they should do it in real life. We've done it twice now in Chop Shop, and I was able to win both of them. So yeah, bring on the horsepower for sure. I love it.
I like the way it works too, Nate. I really do agree. So that race, Tyler looked really, really good, as he normally does every week, and there was some strategies and a late race call for you and Brandon Banks, off strategy pit call. Where did that come from, and what were you thinking there? And obviously it worked out for you in the end.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out for me. Honestly, the reason that came up was your co-host here, Brad Dove, decided to stay out, and I had to start, instead of having the lead on the restart like I had beforehand, I lost the lead because Tyler was able to get past Dove before I was. And at the beginning of the race, Tyler was leading, and about 20 laps in, I was able to make a charge and get by him. But that was honestly because he was nice enough to, once I got beside him, he let me get by. And I realized pretty quick there at the end, the second time when I was trying to get by him and he was pushing, that it wasn't going to happen. Like, Clean Air was king that night, and I didn't feel like I had the car to beat him straight up on the racetrack. So it was basically, yes, when that caution came out and he was going to pit, I had realized, we can't make it on fuel from here. Indy's a big enough track. You can stay out and not go a lap down pitting under green. And it just felt like that was a way to try to cycle in front of him somehow, whether we got a caution or not, because if we didn't catch a caution, they still had to pit, and hopefully I could cycle in front of them through the pit cycle once that was done. Or if the caution does come out, he has to pit, and I just stay out and cycle to the front there. And that was basically it. I felt like that was my best chance of getting in front of him again. And the caution came out, stayed out. Tires really didn't mean all that much, because again, it was just track position, man. There's certain tracks that are like that. Indy, Pocono are huge. There's not enough lanes to make it work. So yeah, it was just, that was the way to get it done that night, with strategy. The car wasn't fast enough to get it done.
Yeah, it was early in the race. It seemed like he could pass with tires or even like with a run, but late in the race, I felt like the track changed enough that the Clean Air was just the big factor track position. Like, because there was you and Banks out front on that last run, and myself and Tyler, I think it was Chad Coleman and Brian Fine. We all had newer tires than you, and none of us could change position. We stayed in a line trying to catch you, and nobody could do anything. And anytime anybody tried to get a run on someone, we just lost more ground to you, and we were just dragging ourselves backwards. So the track definitely changed. That was a smart decision by you. I knew exactly what you were doing when you and Banks came in there. I was like, oh, he's gonna split this, and not knowing the length of the track, you did exactly it right. I said it to Stryker, and good on you. Another good win for you. I know Brad's got some questions for you, but I just want to ask you, we've got some few new guys in the league. I mean, you're so used to being up front every week and running really well. And I know Brandon's given you a run, in trucks and Cup as well the last few years, but we got some new guys coming in that seem to be pretty quick and fast. How are you feeling about some of the guys that come in, and who do you think the guys that are going to really give you a run, whether it's in trucks or cup this season?
Yeah, definitely. I've enjoyed the new guys coming in. I've had fun racing them. They're all talented and race really clean. Very welcome. Chop shop drivers. Like
Right.
Definitely, we're all very happy to have them. Just out of the respect that they show on the racetrack and the speed that they have is just fun. I would say the biggest one that I've done the most battling with is probably in the trucks with Austin Johnson. Me and him tend to find each other a lot at the front and have had some great battles. And I've enjoyed it. It's going to be fun to keep going from here. And then obviously Tyler, me and him definitely battle it out on Fridays for the pole. And he's been stealing them left and right from me. He can lay down a heater in qualifying. But yeah, it's just, like you said, between trucks and cup, we've got some new guys, and I would say those are the two that I've really enjoyed racing. Like I said, just happy to have more people coming in, seeing what Chop Shop's about, and enjoying what they see. Having a good time here and sticking around. So it's awesome.
And does it make those wins feel a little better now that you've got some guys that are giving you a little bit more of a run?
I mean, I think everyone's always giving me a good run. Banks, Schaefer, Colby, you, Stryker. Like I've lost championships to these guys, the regular Chop Shop crew. So, but yeah, it's definitely it's always good to see more talent coming in. We all learn off of each other. So the more good drivers we get in, the stronger it's going to make everybody here. So
100%.
So for all the people wondering out there, they probably want to know why you're so fast and everything. You want to give a little sneak peek of why you're so fast to everyone, or tell them what you do just a little bit?
I would say a lot of it is racing IQ. Like we just talked about with that last race. I wasn't gonna beat them straight up on the racetrack, but you have that racing IQ to find other ways to get it done. In iRacing, we're the driver, we're the crew chief, we're everything. We gotta figure out strategy and stuff while driving the car. And I think I'm pretty high up with the racing IQ to think of off the wall things like that, to do alternative pit strategies, and just recognizing that clean air means so much. I've won quite a few races, by staying out on old tires, and yeah, it surprises people, and has surprised me in the past before too. But it's also just, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm definitely here to win, not run second. So.
And you've been lucky that those strategies have worked for you, so it keeps the confidence up to try stuff like that. Where, I know myself, I've tried some of those off strategy things, and it never seems to work. Like something always happens. I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting in the catbird seat now, and then boom, it doesn't work out, or I get caught in a wreck. So it keeps me from not wanting to try those strategies. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to follow Nate. And then you told me 2 weeks ago when I ended up winning at Homestead, you said, if you keep following me around, you're never going to win. You got to do something different. And I did, and I won. And it was kind of weird, like to be able to do something different and actually work out for me. So, it's something I've learned from you at the same time. But yeah, no, I agree with you. All the new guys are great. We got a good influx of talent coming in, lots of respect. So one thing about Chop Shop, I think, is, I've said this before, and like yourself, you're a guy that runs up front, but you're willing to help people out to make them better. All the guys in this community are super helpful with each other. Yeah, sure, once in a while we'll butt heads a little bit, guys on the track, but at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. We're all friends. We'd help each other out if we needed to. If somebody was really actually in trouble outside of the sim world, we'd all be there to help. And I think Chop Shop's done a really good job of generating a community that everybody wants to be part of.
Yeah, 100%. I've been with Chop Shop for several years now. I wasn't here at the beginning of it because I hadn't even started iRacing yet. I'm still kind of new to iRacing, obviously, but
which makes us all feel even worse because you're new and you're kicking our butts. And I've been doing this for 27 years, so it's been a long time. I mean, not on iRacing, but the sim thing for 27 years.
Yeah, I picked up on it quick for sure, but that was a testament also to Chop Shop. When I first joined, I came in and I wasn't, I was, that first year was a lot of learning. I was getting in, the replays and sitting in Nathan Alul's car because he was the dominant guy when I came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would watch, sit in his car for the replays and see what he's doing different than me or everybody else. And then Andrew Payne was around in some of the series. I watched these guys and asked them questions and learned from them. So really, I am a product of Chop Shop. I mean, yeah, I did some, official racing too, but there wasn't the camaraderie and the learning and people willing to talk to you as much in there. And Chop Shop really had a core group of people that really helped me and, taught me a lot. So it's definitely a great group of guys, and I've enjoyed it a lot.
Looking ahead, what's your thoughts going into Legacy Atlanta?
It's a fun track, and if we get our normal weatherman, it's going to be really wild.
It's going to be slick.
Yeah, it's going to be slick because we've had some hot tracks, and I will say that's one of them. And when it's hot, it's fun. Honestly, I enjoy it. That's one that I don't want to be cold out there. I want it to be the surface of the sun. Let the tires fall off, and you're going to be sideways out of 2, sideways out of 4, overcorrecting out in the grass, into the wall. It's a fun track. Like I like the new one too because it's exciting in real life. But honestly, on the sim, 100% every time, give me the old one.
I agree with you.
What's your goals for the rest of the season? And you're sitting top 3 in points. What's your goals, and where do you want to be come the end of the season, or come playoff time, I should say?
Yeah, I want the points lead. I'm not there for the Cup Series anyways.
There's some races, and you're still up there, so you've done pretty well.
Yeah, and I'll be missing another one here shortly. I'm going to be moving out of the place I'm at, moving into a new one. So in that sense, I'll probably end up missing another race. So it's basically because of I've missed one before, and I'm going to miss another one. It's win every other one so I can have that points lead come playoff time, because just like in the real deal, man, that having that lead and giving yourself a cushion for the playoffs is going to mean a lot, because you have one bad race, you get wrecked in a plate race in the playoffs, and it's tough. There's like we just said, there's a lot of good guys out here, and they're going to be hard to beat. You're going to have it every week, week in, week out. But that's the ultimate goal, definitely, is to win a championship. That's what I'm here for.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. You guys shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, 100%.
I got one question for you before you get off there, though. Who's your surprise driver so far this season in Cup? Who's your guy that's really kind of standing out to you this year?
I would say on the opposite ends of it, it more happened like towards the end of last year, but he's continued it this year, is Banks. I know when Banks joined the Cup Series, he wasn't fond of the Cup car. He definitely made it known that wasn't his favorite to run, but he has come up fast in that series, in that car. He's learned it quick and shown great speed, great long run pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs a second league in the Cup car now too, so I think that's where he's getting a lot more time as well. I think he the same, like he was I think he started Chop Shop a Cup Series about the same time he started the other series that he was running, so he's learning at the same time. But if you double up during the week, it definitely helps improve what you're doing. But yeah, he's always had good long run speed in everything he's been in. But yeah, for him to be, I agree with you. At the end of the last season, he really came on super strong towards the end of the season, and he had a tough start to this season, but he's coming back again like he will, and he'll be up front like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now you want to give us some shout outs?
Yeah, well, shout out just to you guys for doing this, having me on. I appreciate you, everything you're doing. I enjoy that, Chop Shop's bringing back some media, some online stuff, some YouTube, something I can, connect to while I'm at work or just out and about when I can't race. So thank you two for doing this and being a part of it, and everyone that helps you with it. Bollinger out there helping, I appreciate him. And
He's
then
not
obviously,
this week, by the way.
And then shout out to the mom and dad at Chop Shop, Stryker, obviously the mom, and John being our dad. So everything they do for us, I appreciate them.
Appreciate it, Nate.
Coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nate. Talk to you soon. That was fun, Brad. I like having all these guests. We get to talk some stuff. I enjoyed it. I think right now, because we've given him a hard time, I think we should bring Bollinger up just for a minute, just to talk to him, so our fans at home can see him.
First, I want to do 2 things. Let's go over the Cup real quick and do the dub bombs, and then we'll bring him up. How's that? The rest of Indy was a pretty good race for a lot of good drivers. You had Nate, Banks, Brian Fine, Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Jason Day, John Hammond, David Ament, Chris Justice and Josh Sigfield. Fred Chase had a pretty good hard charge for 18 spots. Brian Rayburn gained 14 and Mark Retchen 14. We had a big wreck on somewhere there.
Yeah. It was pretty early in the race. I think it was like second or third caution. That was the one with David Emmett, right?
Yeah, that was the Dove Bomb Award for the Cup Series. I think he went to make it 3 wide and then piled it up. You know, he went and made it 3 wide and ruined a couple guys' days. I don't think everyone made it out of there scot-free. I was at the back. I was lucky I was able to get on the binders and come to a dead stop. And you know, it was exciting to see in front of me. I believe you got some damage out of that, didn't you?
I did. I got the old ARCA brake system where I was slowing down for the giant wreck that was happening multiple seconds before, and smoke flying, and there was actually Michael Caffrey's car was flying through the air at the time, so most of us could have seen it happen, and a lot of guys just decided to do the old Days of Thunder and hammer down, and unfortunately got hit by that. But yeah, I think what happened in that wreck was it was a restart. It kind of sounded like David spun the tires a little bit, got a little loose, caused everything to stack up, and then apparently he had a screen freeze as well at the same time. So you know, a combination of two things. He spun the tires on the restart, got loose, and then a screen freeze caused a huge stack up. It took out a lot of good drivers, including Michael Caffrey, who was super strong that race. So yeah, it was unfortunate. It happened, but it does happen, and it was a good race all in all. And I was congrats to Nate on the win. Tyler looked really good. I struggled early in that race, and I found a little pace towards the end. But once I found the pace, you just couldn't pass. It was a tough track to pass on. The later it got in the race, and the more rubber got down, you just couldn't seem to get a run. And dirty air was strange. You couldn't pass the guys, but then if a guy was in front of you, you'd be loose. And then if a guy was, it almost felt like it was opposite. If a guy was in front of you, you were loose entry. And then if a guy was behind you, it was almost like you were tight. I couldn't get a feel for the track this week. Still happy with the 6th place for me to keep us up close in the points. I lost the points lead this week to Tyler, but it's still a good run. So I'm glad to be finished. I'm not to be talking about my part, but I was part of that race. So
yeah, that was the Dove Bomb there. David Emmett caused a big wreck. The other Dove Bomb we got to go over is the Xfinity. Clint Hackett, right after the race, lost his brakes, lost the feeling in the brakes, and kind of was frustrated with Fred Chase and sent him for a ride. He gets the Dove Bomb award for that.
That doesn't even look like Clint.
It's too good looking. He's got too much not gray hair.
Yeah, no beard.
No beard. But yeah, that's your Dove Bombs for the week. You know, who's your pick for Atlanta?
Can't say myself. Although I do feel like this is a strong track for me. I'm a bottom feeder driver. I always have been. So I feel like I'm pretty strong running the bottom, like right around the line at this track, the old Kevin Harvick line. I've always been pretty strong with that. I don't think I can win this race. Just the competition is crazy here. I think if go long green flag runs, I think I have a chance. Nate will be super strong here just because he always is. Tyler as well. My pick this week, though, is actually Brandon Banks. I think Brandon Banks wins this track. It's one of his better tracks. I think he's ready to get a win this season. He hasn't had one yet, and he's got some momentum rolling after second place last week. I think that second place 2 weeks in a row, this is his week to get a win, and Brandon Banks my pick to win Atlanta.
So I'm going to go out on a limb. He's got the speed. If he comes through, it's going to be awesome. I'm going with Logan Kroger. I think if he puts a whole race together, keeps his head on his shoulders, he wins this race.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. In the Cup car, I think he's got speed, but I think Logan has a better shot at winning in the trucks this week. I think, in my opinion, with being at Gateway, but yeah, it's not a bad pick. He's got the speed. He's getting better every week. There's a chance. I like that it's a good dark horse for you to come in and win this race. But I still think Brandon Banks is the guy who is really, really running the strongest right now overall, and he gets a win at a track that he's very good at.
The only other one I'd go with is Stryker.
Stryker's due for a win as well, and he's had some bad luck as well, like you said, and he's been doing the race admin thing too, I think, which also takes away from some of his strategy and how he's able to do it. I really wish we could find a another race admin to look after these races, so John and Stryker wouldn't have to do it, and they can concentrate on racing.
Yeah, so if you're a race admin and are looking for a job and you want to do it for a decent price, get a hold of us.
Bollinger, you might get paid if you did that job. Not a bad one for you.
Let's go ahead and bring Bollinger in. He's doing a heck of a job over here, helping
You're on
us out.
camera. Hey, buddy.
What's up, guys?
Hey, so just everybody at home, this is Michael Bollinger. He is our, let's see, what do you say? He's our media guy, our producer. He's our right-hand man. He helps us out with a lot of stuff. We apologize for his messy room, but he did clean it this weekend, so it is better than it was last week. But Bollinger, I give you a hard time and I bug you. I just want to say thank you for stepping up and helping us with this. We really do appreciate it. We're going to get better at it. You're going to get better at it. All that kind of stuff. We're on the ball. It's a new show. It's a new series. We've got lots of ideas. You have a ton of ideas. I love your energy. You bring a lot to Chop Shop. You're excited about racing. You're excited about all the guys in the league. You know a lot about racing. We really appreciate you coming out, and we're going to feature you more. We'll talk to you more, but you've always got lots to add. So I give you a hard time. I like to tease you, but you're definitely a good asset, and I enjoy having you around.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on, Bollinger, and helping us. The stuff you're doing on the side is behind the scenes is
what he was supposed to be doing on the side. He didn't do it this week.
He still did a decent job.
I know. He's giving a hard time.
So the stuff you guys don't see behind the scenes, he's taking care of. It's very helpful. It takes our mind off of stuff so we can focus, and we appreciate you, Bollinger. Now, Bollinger, I'm going to give you 3 tries. Who's your truck winner this week?
This is Bollinger's picks. We're going to do this every week.
My truck winner. I'm not going to be able to be making that race either, as I don't even have that track. But it's going to be
yourself.
It's going to be a tough one because Biggert and Tyler Dalton are both looking fast this season. I feel like Nathan Biggert is going to prevail over Tyler Dalton on Tuesday.
Who's your?
I'm picking Austin Johnson to win this weekend trucks.
Trucks. I'm going. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go with John Hammond.
That's a good pick.
Who's
your O'Reilly's win?
O'Reilly.
It's gonna be a long shot, but I gotta go with the weight of Lightning Liam Anderson to try to shut the door on everybody and play spoiler.
Okay. Well, I'm going with Tyler Lemon again.
I'm going to go with, since we can't go with the same, I'm going to go Case of Beer.
That's a good pick.
Who's your cup?
For cup, I'm going to have to go with people that have been showing speed. I got to say, Jason Day, he's looking like he could show some speed. He did it at Homestead. I have Jason Day to go for another win on Friday night.
I appreciate it, Bollinger. I'm going to disappoint you on that one, but yeah, I'm going to try. Definitely going to try. Sounds like I'm going to make it home from Oregon on time, so I should be here Friday. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to make it because it sounds like I'm heading down Wednesday morning and coming back Thursday. So I should be home Friday, other than maybe have to stay overnight Thursday night somewhere to get back Friday morning. So yes, thank you, Bollinger. I feel confident with Atlanta. I feel like could have a good run. The Cup car is working well for me. My pick is Brandon Banks. I'm going with that. I'm 100% in right now on Brandon Banks winning Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to change my pick from Stryker and them to, I'm going to go with Tyler Dalton.
That's a good pick. And I same thing. I was thinking about Tyler Dalton. He is hungry to get a win here, another win, because he won Talladega, but was it Talladega? It was Talladega, right? Yeah, he won Talladega, and that's not a track that Tyler feels like he's strong at. I mean, he's good there, but it's a plate track. It's a win's a win. You're in the right place, the right time. But Tyler wants to beat us on the track. He wants to beat Nate. He wants to get ahead. He wants to be able to win this race. And I think Tyler felt like he was the best at Homestead, and that win was taken away from him by me. And I feel like he was probably one of the best at Indy, and Nate took it away from him. Pit strategy there. So look for Tyler to be super hungry this weekend coming into the race. I think he'll be on the pole for sure. And look for him to be super strong and probably get a win.
I definitely could see Tyler Dalton pulling it off. He's very strong. He's not a slouch at any track we go to.
No, he's just determined to get a win. But I'm still calling Brandon Banks to get this win.
We'll look forward to a good battle. I think it's going to be a good battle.
I think so too.
Do we want to do final thoughts or NASCAR?
We can talk about NASCAR a little bit. I didn't get the chance to finish watching the Cup race, but Denny Hamlin did get another win. He tied Kyle Busch for wins together, so that was a good tribute by him to have the 18 flag and and to be able to tie with 63 Cup wins and to honor him. Denny looks like he is on a roll right now. This championship, I've said this before, but this type of championship, this chase system works well for Denny Hamlin right now to get that championship that I feel like he deserves. Whether you're a fan of him or not, he's been one of the best Cup Series drivers the last, 10 years, if not longer, in the Cup Series. He's super consistent. Toyota looks amazing right now. Whether you Chevy fans are complaining that Toyota has an advantage, they don't. They don't have an advantage, but Chevrolet has that new body now, which they need to tweak a little bit, and they're trying to get that figured out. The horsepower changes have made a difference. The diffuser, so everybody's playing a little bit of different games. The Toyota just seems to have a little advantage right now, but it's not like it's given to them. It's I feel like Toyota's got better teams, better stuff, and I think Toyota puts more money into their development than the other manufacturers are right now. So if Chevrolet and Ford want to get in this game, they need to step up their programs and get in there. So it was I think it was a 1-2-3 finish for Toyota this race. They're showing their dominance, but Denny just looks fantastic. Huge wreck in this race. Christopher Bell, sounds like today that they released that he did actually get hurt. I think he's got a wrist problem and something with his ankle, maybe potentially even a broken ankle. That was a hard hit. And I've said, even on the forum last night, I don't know if anybody read, but the safety features that they have in Cup right now is crazy. When we lost Dale Earnhardt years ago, if we didn't lose him, and unfortunately we did, and wished we hadn't have, but if it wasn't for that death, we would have lost more. We haven't had a death since that in a NASCAR race, and a lot of it has to do with all the safety features that came in since then, the safety barriers, the Hans devices, the way these cars are structured. Yeah, Christopher got hurt, but that wreck, even 20 years ago, that wreck, Christopher Wells probably not walking away from that.
Yeah, he's very lucky to walk away from that. It was a good battle, a good race overall from what I've seen. Very exciting. Not as exciting as I wanted, but Carson spiced it up, being the hurricane that he is, and they were very good about it.
Yeah, and I felt like I watched the first 65 or 70 laps so far. I haven't finished watching it yet, but I was talking to Stryker last night on Discord as I was watching it, and I said I was pretty impressed with the way the package was working at this track this year. It seemed racy. There was multiple grooves, which Michigan's always had, but it came back now, and it seemed like guys could get a run. There was lots of different strategy. The cars looked really good. Looked like they were able to turn. So I was impressed with the racing so far from what I watched.
It was very good and exciting. And then you have Corey Heim winning in the trucks. Pretty good race. You had a
little controversy between teammates towards the end. He put a little block on his teammate, Caden Honeycutt, and Corey Heim. Congratulations to him for having a drive for next year. He's going to be driving for 2311, replacing Riley Herbst. He deserves a ride. I just wish that they could change the rules right now to allow him to be in the championship for the Truck Series, since he's not running full time in anything else. I wish he could, because right now I think he's still sitting in chance for the playoffs if he was points wise.
He's sitting right down the cut line there.
Yeah, so I wish he could have a chance if he was able to come in somehow, find a ride full time for the rest of the year in the Truck Series. He could have a chance for another championship. He looked really good. Honeycutt wasn't very happy with his teammate on that block, but like Corey Heim said, you just you suck it up, Buttercup. Basically, is what he said in his interview, and deal with it. So good racing all weekend. I'm looking forward to the rest of the NASCAR season. It's always good.
And Corey Heim is sitting at 11th actually right now as we.
Yeah, and what is he ran? 3 races or 4 races?
He's got 3 wins, 5 starts.
Yeah, so he's the Nate Biggert of the Truck Series. He's
good one.
And our boy Cletus McFarland finished on the lead lap. I'm a big Cletus fan. I'm going to say it.
Me too. I like what he does. I like what he does on and off the track. I like him. I like he's part of NASCAR. I don't want to see him push through too fast. I want him to see run more ARCA races. I really do. I don't need to see him in O'Reilly's yet. I don't need to see him in the Cup Series, but him running the ARCA Series is good. Him being part of the O'Reilly Series, I think, is great. NASCAR needs a guy like Cletus to bring more fans in, embrace this, but it needs to be done right. And I think Cletus is doing it the right way. He doesn't want to get pushed up through right either. He wants to be able to. I think he had a reality check a few times now that, he realizes it's way harder than it looks. And I'm glad that he admits that. So it's a good deal for him. I'm excited to him for part of it. I've been a big fan of his for a long, long time.
I definitely agree. I think Cletus needs to put a little more effort into the ARCA Series and then move up to the Truck Series, do more races in them 2 series, and then eventually move up to Xfinity and put all your effort into it. Don't Don't part-time it. Go full bore if you're going to do it. I think he's got talent. He saved the car on the back straightaway that was heading right toward the wall, pretty good. And finished on the lead lap for his first time at that track in a truck. So congrats to him. And yeah, final thoughts or anything else?
Other than we're a little way over our time limit, we had lots of guests though, and I really like this show. I think that the time is not a big deal this week. I enjoyed all our guests. Conversation was good. We had lots of things to talk about. It's going to be another big week of racing. We are trucks tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. I'm hoping to get I got a new paint scheme coming tomorrow. I should bring that up right now. I wish I could. I don't know if I have it on here. I don't think I do. It'll be the Chop Shop Weekly paint job is debuting tomorrow in the truck series.
I'm getting it right now for you, Jason.
Well, thank you, sir. We'll appreciate this. He's trying.
I'm excited to see this truck.
Well, when you got Brad Dubb's face on your hood, nothing can go wrong.
And I can say I've already seen a sneak
peek. That hood.
Yeah,
I can say I've already seen a sneak peek of the paint.
Smash that hood. Is your head on there too?
Is mine? No. Yes.
So
yeah, mine
both,
is. Yeah. No. Bollinger's is underneath. No, I'm kidding. It's on the back bumper. Did you get it yet, Bollinger? We're running into our time here. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Load up. There we are. Oh, that's a sexy truck. I think I need to get me one of them.
So this is a debut tomorrow. The number 52 Chop Shop Weekly Chevrolet with Brad Dubb's face on the hood. So nothing can go wrong now. So we're set to go. And
we're gonna pull them sleeves off for you.
We're looking forward to a good finish. I don't have any other final thoughts other than if you haven't watched it yet through Chop Shop Weekly and our Chop Shop Media, I've launched a new show called Inside the Rig, where I talk to drivers, get to know them a little bit about their past, where they're from, their family, how they get into sim racing, and basically we do a tour of their rigs and they show what they have for equipment, where they started, what they want to build, where they want to build it, kind of like a new version of Cribs, TV Cribs, only we're going into the rigs. So first episode launched 2 days ago with Clint Hackett, and so if you get a chance to check that out, like it, share it, make sure you like the show, share this show. Anything we can do to help everybody at home, send us a message, send it to Bollinger. He's in charge. He'll get to us. If you want to be on the show, you want to talk about race wins, Robert Church has a win this week in a dirt car. I don't have the clip or anything of it. I thought he sent it to me, but I don't seem to have it anywhere. But congrats to Robert for getting a dirt win this week outside of Chop Shop, but it was still a win for him. So if you have anything to say about the league or talk about, send it to us. We'll talk about every series we can. Looking forward to all the racing coming up, and I appreciate everybody watching. And thanks, Dub, for being a wonderful co-host with me, and appreciate you letting me be this part of the show with you.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, and that was a good win for him. I was in Street Stocks at Linear. I believe that was an official. But
yes, it would have been an official.
Yeah, I think it was like his 200 wins or something he's had.
He's over 200 wins in dirt, and he's pretty good on dirt. He's pretty fast, and he just gets better and better. And he's not the fastest, but he'll get the job done. So if you guys are looking for a guy to run race leagues in dirt, look at that guy. I want to give a shout out to our mascot cat down there. I don't remember his name up there on your back there. That's our mascot.
Tracker.
He's officially our mascot. So hi, Tracker. Appreciate you coming on again. I want to give a shout out to everybody that came on today. Without them, we don't get to have this fun, and talk about it. I want to appreciate my dogs for behaving all the way up until now.
Looking good on this. Looking good on camera. I love it.
They timed that perfectly.
That was perfect. Yeah.
And they behaved all the way to the last minute, and I appreciate every single one of you. Bollinger, Day, we appreciate you both, and look forward to another good week of racing, and look forward to chatting with y'all again next Monday. Final sponsors. Give a shout out to our sponsors: Dove Farm LLC, Frago Paints, C2 Gaming, My Three Sons, Tracker Racing, Baller Status, Speedy Trophies, Admin Box, Stay Tuned Sports, Premier Racing Setups, MC Graphics, Hoosier, Chop Shop Weekly, Chopping Up Podcast, CI Plus, OutTX, and those are all our sponsors. If you're looking to sponsor a podcast, get a hold of our admins or us, myself, Brad, Jason Day. This is your weekly show of Chop Shop Weekly.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Monday at the chop shop, hood up, eyes low, 2 cars in the bay, and the whole block knows. Rumors in the morning, they spread like fire. Who got the faster line? Who got the tighter tire? I seen you on the screen, clean hands, hard stare. Virtual track, but the pressure's still there. I racing nights, you ghosting through the bend. One bad break move and the whole thing in. Come on, keep it in line. Side to side, no room, no time. Hear that crowd talk, hear that hate. One small slip and you make it wreck. Chop shop weekly, we come back mean. Side to side, we live that speed. Chop shop weekly, bad blood loud. One more lap and the roof comes down. Chop shop weekly, we gon' blink, don't freeze. Chop weekly, run with the bees. Friday night, same names, new grudge, old talk, new scars, same cold judge. You wanna race clean, but the story gets bent. One click too close, now the whole thing went. Wheel to wheel and the mirrors all blur. He cut your lane like he wanted the bird. Engine screaming, head full of rage. Everybody got a clip for the feed, next page. I saw the wreck and the replay spin, metal and pride and a twisted grin. And the worst part, they still ask for more, said run it back when they hit the floor. Come on, keep it in line, side to side, no room, no time. Hear that crowd talk, hear that hate. One small slip and you make it wreck. Chop shop weekly, we come back mean. Side to side, we live that speed. Chop shop weekly, bad blood loud. One more lap and the roof comes down. Chop, we don't blink, don't freeze. Chop weekly, partying with the bees. Late lap, tense air, hands like steel. Everything fake till the tires feel real. Virtual smoke and a real life spite. Same old hunger every Friday night. They said slow down, I said watch me pass. Tail to nose and I'm built to last. Chop